I tend to have involuntary age regression during physical encounters because of abuse when I was a kid, and I'm working on healing it, and I've uncovered like a lot of information. Like if you have a loop or a trigger that you enter into during physical encounters, stick around. The way that I'm treating this is as a separate part of myself, almost from a dissociative identity disorder aspect or from an internal family systems aspect. I think this is a really helpful way to look at things because I think all of our psyches are fractured to a certain degree, and it just depends on if you're like so traumatized that you found it beneficial to have amnesia or not. So my parts do not have amnesia between themselves. I fully am aware that like different parts of me are getting triggered and that I'm showing up as a different voice, a different kind of energy, like different desires, a different age. That happens to me sometimes. So I'm seeing that sort of as this like idea of a fractured self so that I can then go in and heal it. The way to heal these parts is to hold space for them and help them develop and grow. So if you have an age regressed part, that part is going to be stuck in a certain age, in a certain moment, in a certain pattern that was imprinted on the psyche. And this is what was happening to me. What I need to do is stop the cycle. Like it's a loop. It's stuck on a loop. Like whenever I access this part, it's expecting just to play a certain role. And the goal is to integrate it to the larger community of self. So when I'm in an encounter and I involuntary age regress, first step is being able to even say, hey, this is what's happening to me. That was really hard for me to do, even in a space where I felt really safe and trustworthy, like and trusting. After that, it's about figuring out how to break the loop. For me, because this is happening in physical encounters and the expectation is that it's going to end in a physical encounter, unfortunately for me, that needs to be stopped and broken, and some other appropriate activity for that aged self needs to happen. This is going to be annoying for me and my partner, but I also think that it's necessary. The next step is to help that part of you get what it needs by age regressing or by whatever, acting out whatever fantasy or pattern. So this part of me, for instance, needs to feel safe to be seen, safe to let go, and also needs to trust that their partner is happy with them, because those were the things that kept me safe as a kid. So if I can feel those things without sex being the underlying reason why, then I'll be able to actually grow that part of myself up a little bit to the point where I can talk, it has to break out of the loop before I can start talking to them. You know, like the loop has to break before I can start having dialogue. And then once I have dialogue, I can explain from my higher self-consciousness how this is all working, what their role is, and how they can express themselves in a way that's healthy for the system as a whole. Shout out to the ramcoa girlies. Like, this is a lot of deep stuff we're doing. This is consciousness technology. It is.